Welcome back, team. So, I posted a story on Instagram asking you to send in your questions. I got a couple of good ones, but I've decided on today's topic, it's a pretty good one. Barbells versus dumbbells. What's the difference? When do we use one over the other? Okay, so a couple of important bits and pieces to discuss first. The barbell, for those that don't know, is this big guy here right behind me. Long barbell can be loaded with plates. Dumbbells are those guys you take off the rack that people seem to forget to put back when they're done. So what are the main differences? Well, firstly, naturally, your barbell is going to be primarily used for your main compound movements, your squat, your bench, your deadlift, overhead press, rows. If you're an Olympic lifter, clean and jerk and snatch. So there's a lot of different things we can do with the bar. So why do we use dumbbells? Well, dumbbells can be loaded to different degrees. We can use one dumbbell, two dumbbells. They, in some cases, can offer a slightly greater range of motion or facilitate slightly different stimulus. And that's probably going to be the main takeaway here. We're going to use each for different forms of stimulus. If I want to, let's say, hit my chest ever so slightly differently than I can on a barbell, flat bench, maybe I want to do incline dumbbell, close grip, flies. There's a lot of different ways I can hit the chest and provide a different stimulus. So depending on what it is we're trying to achieve in training, if I'm a bodybuilder, let's say I want to be attacking the muscle from various different angles at various different tempos, I don't always want to be loading up a lot of heavy weight. So sometimes dumbbells are going to be the superior choice depending on what I'm trying to do. I can't side lateral raise a barbell unless I'm Larry Wheels. You get what I'm saying? So dumbbells are going to be the winner in that scenario. However, if I'm a powerlifter, I'm going to need a barbell to train. I'm going to need barbell, I'm going to need plates, I'm going to be able to squat, I'm going to be able to bench, I'm going to be able to deadlift. Alright, so if I don't have that implement, I can't do those movements. Another big advantage to a barbell, whether or not you're a powerlifter, is of course you're going to be able to load more onto a bar than you ever will with dumbbells. You know, it's impressive if a guy can kick up and press to 50 kilo dumbbells, but you know, it's not too hard to load up 100 kilos on the bench. It doesn't take that many plates, and that's fairly standard in most gyms these days. So ultimately, if you're trying to grow, get super strong and gain a lot of mass, good argument would say you're going to probably want to have barbells. So how would I personally approach this? Generally, the way I program for my clients or myself or whoever I'm working with, or from somebody asking me for some advice, I would typically have them, let's say I'm looking at the squat. I'll probably want them to squat at least twice a week. So that may be a day of low bar, depending on the preference, low bar squat, maybe 4x4 tempo reps, something like that, 4x4 pause, or just 4x4 heavy squats. Then I might have them do another day with the bar for volume. So I might have them do like 3x10, might change it up to high bar, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean because I've had them do those two squat variations that I want them to only do those. We might use a dumbbell, let's say, for a goblet squat, or some walking lunges, some Bulgarian split squats, some regular split squats, or we might throw them over on the leg press or the leg extension. It depends on what we're trying to achieve, what the goal is. So that's typically how I would use these things. I would probably use them for a variation to the main movement. Same with a dumbbell. I might have someone, rather than do, let's say, like 2 or 3 days of deadlifting, they might do like a tempo set of RDLs with dumbbells, or they might do one big heavy dumbbell for a sumo deadlift. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different ways you can play it, a lot of different things you can do. It's also going to come down to the individual. So, for example, right now a lot of people are training at home. It's probably more economical for them to have a set of dumbbells in the house than a barbell and a rack, like me. So it's really going to depend on a multitude of factors. I would not say one is superior to the other. I think it's very goal dependent. For me personally, I would say the barbell is superior for me, and the sporting outlet that I choose being powerlifting. However, if somebody only has a box room to train in, maybe they want to only grab a set of 20 kilo dumbbells. Maybe they feel like they can, train their arms, their legs, their shoulders, their chest, their back. They can do the whole shebang with just that set of dumbbells. So the reality is, one is not necessarily superior to the other. They're each individual tools that are applicable in different situations. Though generally speaking, I would say neglecting barbell work in any program is probably a disadvantage. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Whereas I think you probably can still make a lot of progress no matter what your goal is, even if you don't have dumbbells. But to be honest, the two of them complement each other so well that if you have the choice, I would use both. So again, barbells are probably going to be your bigger movements. Dumbbells are probably going to come more into your variations and like your accessory work. So naturally, like every bro going to the gym's got to do his curls. So you're going to probably want a set of dumbbells for that, or at the very least, if you don't have a set of dumbbells, maybe an easy bar, load on some lighter weights. What I'm saying is it's not very comfortable to curl a straight bar. So in that case, dumbbells are going to be your winner. Same if you want to do, as I mentioned, those side laterals, reverse flies, frontal raises, all these movements people like to hit in the gym. Nice lighter goblet squat. The only equivalent we have for a goblet squat in the barbell is either going to be the front squat or the Zercher squat. So both of which can be more on the uncomfortable side. So it might be more comfortable for somebody to hoist the dumbbell right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good point, it's a good question. My personal take is, and my advice to you would be to use both if you have the options. Depending on your sporting outlet and your availability, like if you're going to the gym, use both. If you can only use one, I would personally pick the bar. That's just me. Both are great, both are good pieces of kit. Gang, I have a myriad of other great questions, other points to make on the channel, but please head on over to Instagram. Feel free to drop a DM. We can have a nice discussion about anything to do with training, fitness, nutrition, mindset, whatever it is. And if it's worthwhile, I'll post it over here, make a bit of a video out of it. In any case, have a great day. Send in a question next time. Those question boxes go up. Follow me here if you haven't already. Don't be one of these creeps that just sneaks over and has a quick watch and doesn't drop that sub. Drop that sub, drop that like, and if you're feeling ballsy enough, leave a good comment down below. Or a bad one. Whatever you got to do. Have a good day.